Hey, this is Cameron from Lincoln Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm here with Shane Nye, who got first place at Scunthorpe Regional with his Kozmo deck. When you ready?
It's mostly pretty basic. 3 tin can, this is your best pilot. It searches and loads your grave, which is really useful in this deck. 3 destroyer, pops a card on summon, floats, can't be targeted. 3k, OTK, it's the best card in the deck. It's the best ship in the deck. 3 slip rider, the only other card I run at 3. Popping scales and back row is useful, and it's another card that it's another OTK enabler. 2 farm goal, the card that actually makes your OTKs. You don't run 3 because it clogs, you don't run 1 because you need to be able to make the OTK efficiently. 1 Eclipser, it's 3k, can't be targeted, and searches, and that's the end of its good points. It's not that great. Foreigner, it can't be targeted, and floats, and that's the end of its good points, because it's just really not good. Dogfighter, this floats. End of good points. It's a 2/4 ass and is good in the mirror. Wicked Witch, she's brilliant. I wanted to run more of her. Saw Troopers, this is why I didn't run more of her. This card was garbage. I put it in for access to Trish and never made Trish. Strawman, probably behind Tin Can and Farm Girl, it's the best pilot. It's incredible. It's another Kozmo town. In my opinion, it's a better Kozmo town. There's 17 Kozmo monsters. Then I played a hand trap lineup, so I played 3 Maxi. This is better than Reasoning. You're gonna get 8 called on Reasoning all the time, so play a card that gives you something guaranteed. Reasoning is just not as good. 2 Ghost Ogre. This was possibly a poor call. I never really used her. I never saw her enough. You can E-tally her out, and that's the only time I actually used her, and it was in such a bad situation. So I had to use her to kill a Good Witch because I didn't run Good Witch. I had to use her to kill a Wicked Witch because I didn't run Good Witch. Spells. 2 Kozmo Town.
Why only 2?
Consistency. I sacrificed power for consistency. Running 2 of this, you're less likely to open 1, I will give you, but you are far less likely to open 3, or multiples. Opening this at multiples leaves you in such a bad situation, game 1. If you're going first and you open multiples of this, then you're going to lose. There's no 2 ways about it. There's no way that the other 3 cards in your hand will be good enough. 3 Telly is the best spell card in this deck. It's so good. You just tutor out all of your good stuff and Ghost Ogre if you need to do it. You can use it to just tutor Ghost Ogre in your opponent's turn when you don't have it. Oh, Ghost Ogre that monkey board. Just dare them to activate the monkey board. 2 Dark Hole, because I don't have a Raigeki, otherwise it'd be 1-on-1. And then 37 card deck, because Upstart is good. And giving your opponent life points in this deck does not matter. 8 traps, 1 Mojo.
Why only 1?
I own 2. Yeah. The second one's location is a good question. When I saw it, it was game winning. When I didn't mind, but I would definitely run 2. This card, I would not recommend 3, but running this at 2 is definitely necessary. It's so good. 3 call, you have to. I was almost tempted to run an Oasis just so I could have 4 calls. The card's incredible, just to bring back a destroyer. Then 4 Solemns, because these cards are great. These cards win games. And that's the main deck. 40 cards. My extra was mostly irrelevant. I made 1 card from it, and it was this, and it was a Pleiades, and it was another route to a Wicked Witch. Because my opponent bricked, so Pleiades worked. And I played 1 Volker, 1 Gaia, 1 Nova, 1 Infinity for more rank 5 targets. Play the 1 Herb Harbinger, because occasionally when you have 2 destroyers on board, you can't push for game. This just stops the comeback spell cards like Dark Hole, Raigeki, E-Telly occasionally, Instant Fusion, Kozmo Town, that kind of stuff it just negates. And playing main decking Yuki, I played a bunch of Synchros, which I never made. Black Rose, Meteor Burst. I played a Clearwing that I don't have on me at the moment because I borrowed it for 7s. I played a Starlight, and I played a Trish, which, as I said, didn't make any of them. And then the card I expected to make the most that I never made was 3 Fortress Dragon for the mirror match, obviously, and occasionally some random rogue machine deck, I don't know, Despots or something. But yeah, never made that either. So then my side, tokens. I love my tokens. Shout out, Ben. Yeah, my side was 3 Cyber Dragons. I saw this once all day in the mirror, and when I summoned it, it got strike. Fantastic.
Cry.
Yeah, cry, because I got system down to turn later. 2 Stormforth. I sided this in to out Majesty's Fiend and Monarchs. Then my 1 game against Monarchs, game 2, I forgot to side it in. Good work, Shane. 3 MST, because the 3 Twin Twisters that I own, I pulled from my prize boxes, so I couldn't use Twin Twisters at the time, so I just compromised to run MST, because Imperial Iron Wall exists. And I misplayed on that as well, and I forgot to MST an Iron Wall.
Would you run Twin Twisters?
Yes, 100%. You can Twin Twisters and discard a Destroyer and call the Haunted back. It's so good. 1 skill drain. I put this in thinking, oh, Monarchs don't like this and Dracopals don't like this. Then I realised, well, Dracopals run, as I was preparing to side, Dracopals run Eccentric, so this is irrelevant. And there are better cards to side against Monarchs, so I never sided it in. It was just a dead card in my side deck. Speaking of better cards to side against Monarchs, 3 Mask. Why wouldn't you? It's just, Monarchs are going to stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh at this point. Although, knowing my luck, I'm going to have a Twin Twisters response instantly. 3 Anti-Spell. I saw this once. I did see this. I turned too late and it got Twin Twisted the moment I set it, so it wasn't great. But I'd changed a lot in my side, but that was the profile. I mean, it won. It's different. It worked. I like it. I like it a lot more than any reasoning build I've tried, so I'm not going to change much of it, but that was it, and thanks for watching, I guess.
So, like, what was your hardest matchup then today?
My hardest matchup, it's a tie between the 2 mirrors were brutal, because the Kozmo mirror match is absolutely evil, because obviously Kozmo's effects are negated by the Kozmo's effects. They just can't kill each other. And the other one was irritating. Like, the Monarch matchup, like, I outplayed him and I ran him out of resources. Dracopals in the final, I ran him out of resources. But the Magispector player, round 5, kept, like, because he has, like, access to so many strikes in his deck, he just kept setting strike and you have to play around it so much. Like, because he's Tempest, strike, and strike is strike. So I had to play around that, and that was one of the harder matchups that I played. That was the game in which I saw Anti-Spell. I turned too late.
Well, it's a pretty interesting profile. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.
Bye.